You know, Dwight, a lot of that, we grew up listening to old folks. I think me and you were the same vein. A lot of kids didn't, but we did. Sitting on the front porch, used to listen to Aunt Frances talk about things that happened, and her granddaddy told her this or that. And I know you did the same thing. Uh, and you were talking about Godwin and Wade. And you know, when we were kids, sometimes you still can. When the wind's laid down and the traffic's low, you could still hear the train
Oh yeah.
across the woods. But as a kid, you could hear it so clear. Now it's kind of, which my hearing's gone. But used to, you could just hear the slap on the tracks.
You could. I grew up right next to the train tracks, and um, I could actually hear it from mom and daddy's house, which was further away than I could from my grandparents' house, which was closer.
Mm-hmm.
And that seems kind of odd, and it still does to me. But that's I still hear it better.
Yeah.
I grew up in Godwin at my other grandmother's house. My mom's lived there, and we lived right next to the train. There was no buffer in there at all, so you can look out the window and see the train go by. And that was even a different experience. Um, but times has definitely changed.
Now, when you were a kid, I act like you're 200 years old, but when you were a kid, did the train still stop in Wade?
Let me tell you this story. I remember when I was a kid, and I was around 6 or 7 in Godwin. My grandmother had hen houses. That's how she made her money. And she would order Biddies off the train. Well, the train would get to Godwin. The freight train would come as it's on a Thursday, I remember. And it would stop on a Thursday, and you went to the train and got your merchandise off the train that you ordered. The post office actually pick it up, but when you had something big, the lady who worked there couldn't manage it. So they kind of requested the people who ordered it to be there. But we will pick the Biddies up and carry them back to the house off the train. And, people don't remember that now. It's gone.
Yeah.
But I remember they picking the mail bag up in the mail car off the step arm.
Yeah.
And the train going by, and the very last car next to the caboose was the mail car for discharge. And they would throw the mail bag out, and they would pick it up.
Okay.
That was kind of interesting. I mean, as I think back on what would happen today, everybody's got UPS and FedEx and Amazon and everything. It goes to your house. Back then, they'd come by train.
Well, that's true. But, just like the mail, everybody thinks it was always a given. The mail's always come. But, prior to the early 1900s, the mail, you went somewhere to pick it up. You went to the store to pick it up.
Yeah.
Our cousin down the road, OBQ, he was the mailman, and he was on the Godwin route, and he would deliver the mail on a horse and buggy. And they talked about how he left in the morning with a hot brick. He put the brick at the fireplace and then put the brick in a box and would put his feet on it and wrap his legs up with a blanket and would ride his route. When he got to a certain point, this lady would come out and with another hot brick and give to him and take his brick and put in the fireplace. So every so often he'd get a fresh brick.
I've never heard that.
That's
pretty good.
That's a story I heard a long time ago, and it makes enough sense. Okay, we'll go with it.
Yeah.
But I imagine your feet do get cold out in a wagon, a buggy.
Lord, yeah.
And I brought you mail, lady. The least you can do is give me a hot brick.
Yeah.
Who knows what else is going on, but he got a hot brick.
Yeah.
So, Amazon and all that ruined us. We forget that even before Amazon, there was Sears and Roebuck and a mail order catalog.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Daddy talks about what they used to do with the mail order catalog when it was old, but we'll talk about that here.
Yeah, we'll save that one for a little bit.
Yeah, we'll save that one for later.